We suppose that everyone is okay. We are with Justice Kanyeihamba, and we are here to hear from him in regards to Dr. Besigye's arrest in Kenya, on whether it is legal. If not, what does that mean, especially for the political activists, but also about the East African community, because it seems like Kenya is becoming insecure for any Ugandan, apparently. If we may remind you, there was an arrest also of the 36 members of FDC, Katonga faction at the time. Now it has happened to Dr. Besigye. Justice Kanyeihamba, what is your take on such an arrest?
First of all, I was supporting Kizza Besigye. It is a disgraceful act that has ever happened in any region, in my opinion. Kizza Besigye, as you have said, was in Kenya to attend a launch of the book, I believe, of another leading politician who I believe supported Odinga during the last election. I think
Martha Karua.
Martha Karua, whom I knew, we used to attend international meetings about politics. To hear that Kizza Besigye, whom I was supporting for the presidency, was arrested in Kenya and has disappeared, is disgraceful for in the whole world. Certainly, it is an embarrassment in East Africa. What I don't understand is what East African presidents are saying. And particularly Tanzania, which has been...
Kenya? Kenya? In particular, you mean Kenya?
No.
Tanzania?
Particularly in Tanzania, in East Africa. And Kenya. I am very, very disturbed that we have reached this stage. I have the feeling that this is not the work of President Museveni. President Museveni no longer rules Uganda.
What do you mean? What do you mean President Museveni no longer rules Uganda?
People do things in his name. Things which are disgusting like this are done in his name. These mafia are working very hard to have him re-elected because they have captured the Uganda. That's what my feeling is. I have known Museveni since the 1960s, and he is not capable of this kind of actor. It is the mafia around him who are now governing Uganda in the name of President Museveni. This is my belief.
Now, Prof, before we came here, you were trying to literally paint a picture about the friendship, for lack of another word, between Mr. Museveni and President Ruto. Do you think that their friendship and cooperation, for lack of another word, is pro-East African integration or otherwise?
Ruto also seems to be in a dilemma. He's a friend of President Museveni. He too, I am not very sure, seems to be governed by other forces. And they are collaborating to undermine the governments of East Africa. I have talked to very senior advisors to President Museveni about this incident, and they say they are shocked, and the East African government should be seriously thinking of relieving their president from this mafia. So, in East Africa, and they talked particularly about Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda, we are really governed by mafia. For this reason, that's why I was supporting Kizza Besigye for the presidency in Uganda, because he's no longer a free man. He not only is he tired being a president, he has been at the helm of power and has been involved with powerful
Close to 40 years.
For 40 years, and he has been surrounded by individuals who do not care about the welfare of the people of Uganda. They no longer respect the president, but they are now captured the power in Uganda particularly, and Kenya. That is my assessment.
I have last two questions for you, Prof.
Yes.
I'm sure you must have followed some sequence of events in regards to President Museveni's tour now. But what stood out for us that we wanted you to comment about is that I think yesterday, Honorable Mike Mukula and Right Honorable Anita Among endorsed him to return for the 2026 elections. What's your comment about their endorsement, sir?
They are part of the ruling. They are part of the ruling clique, which wants to stay in power for themselves, who don't think anymore. Not, I emphasize, think anymore about the welfare of the people of Uganda, except for themselves. They are working for their own stomachs, and we know their history. Therefore, I'm not surprised that they have endorsed him, but they are endorsing themselves. Because privately, my information is they also agree that he has done enough, he should retire. And I hope Ugandans really, if you love your country, and you love your people, Museveni has done enough. He should not be elected again this time.
Okay. The other very, very key, I know you know that in your region, Chigezi, where Chisoro also subscribes to, there was a by-election where the opposition, the entire opposition, could not even make 2,000 votes. The NRM leaning got over 30,000, and also the second run-up did. What do you comment about the opposition is in court's weakness or weak performance in Chigezi sub-region? That's your region.
I was very surprised. You see, the NRM has gone around the country bribing everybody, convincing everybody that Museveni is God. You remember my comment after we won the case against the government, the
one of
the court, the constitutional court, said Museveni was above God and the law. Even the Archbishop of Uganda has never made a comment on that point. As far as the law is concerned, President Museveni is above the law. This is really against the rules of law and God. The Judiciary, I have 3 cases which I think I won according to privacy, which the judges say I did. But the Chief Justice, who is soon to retire, has never allowed the judgment to be read. Bail is now available because of me. I fought for the restoration of the right to apply for bail. I won that case, but everybody is quiet. When I talk privately to lawyers and politicians, they tell me they got bail. If you read the newspapers, both of them in Uganda, the Monitor and New Vision, the name Kanyeihamba has not appeared for a long time. Many of them wish I was dead, but as you can hear me, I am still alive
and kicking.
and kicking.
Precisely, what is your comment about trying civilians in the General Court Martial?
Dr. Kizza Besigye is no longer a member of the army. He is
Civilian.
He is a civilian. To be tried by a military court is illegal. But according to our present understanding of the law, they cannot arrest him or deal with him in court martial. Secondly, how can you arrest him in Kenya? It is a disgrace which Uganda will live to regret forever.
Thank you, Prof. Now, finally, would you consider such arrests and trials as being political persecutions?
Obviously, the idea is to keep him retained and let Museveni once again win. I think Museveni wants to win this coming election, and Kizza Besigye is a threat to Museveni's win. Therefore, he has had him arrested in Kenya in order to win.
Your call to action to General President Museveni regarding this very incident, what would you want him to do?
I would like him to have him Museveni to be released now. I would like him to be free as a presidential candidate to compete with others without any hindrance. That is what I would like.
Thank you, Professor Kanyeihamba. In the event of any other concerns, we shall literally come here and you add us more. Thank you for always guiding this country. May God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much.